Do we know yet, good to see as always, do we know yet whether he's going to appear today or has he appeared yet, the suspect?
Good morning, Tony. Well, the High Court every High Court in South Africa usually starts their cases at 10 o'clock. It's the Magistrates Court that starts at 9. So no case has yet come before any judge inside the court behind me. It will start in about 15 minutes' time because I'm looking at the time and it's 9:45. But remember, Tony, when we arrived here on Monday, the case had to be postponed to today because Dumsani Mkhwanazi didn't pitch. He was a no-show. And how the wardens explained was that in the morning they make a roll call. Basically, they also, through an intercom call for all the prisoners who are supposed to be transported to the different courts, and he just didn't pitch when his name was called, and that's why it was postponed on Monday. This morning I was able to get inside the court and I spoke to some of our sources, or one of our sources rather, Tony, and he says that Dumsani Mkhwanazi tried that trick again today, and law enforcement officers then had to threaten him to go into his cell, and that if he was found in his cell he would be charged with something else. And that's when he decided that he should actually adhere to the call for his name to go into the police van and be transported here to the South Gauteng High Court. What we also know, Tony, is that today it's actually going to be postponed yet again, but this time it's for a different reason, and that reason is that Judge Sian Mushidi, who is the presiding judge over this case, who was selected, of course, by the court, cannot, and therefore he will recuse himself. And the reason for that is because he is related to Palesa Madiba's father. Basically, he is Palesa Madiba's grandfather, and that's why he's decided that he should recuse himself from the case, so that, at the end of the day, the accused doesn't make any excuse when he's found guilty and when he is given a sentence, that him and his defense team don't find an excuse to say that Judge Mushidi was biased because he is related to Palesa Madiba's family. So that's what we know so far, Tony. But at around 10 o'clock, we should be set up and inside, and that's when Dumsani Mkhwanazi will come out.
Now, Maseko, just quickly, everything that you've just spoken about now, speaks to more delays. The police took 6 years to make an arrest. All of this must leave the family distraught in terms of, I'm sure they want justice to be served.
Well, actually, Tony, for the family, although they're very disappointed at the fact that the case keeps dragging on, that it's now 6 years later, and even worse, Tony, because in August it'll be exactly 7 years since Palesa went missing. But at the same time, they are just grateful to the investigating officer at the fact that somebody was found. They are grateful at the fact that they were able to finally bury Palesa Madiba, even though it was about 3 years later. They're grateful at the fact that at least they were able to. They are also grateful at that whistleblower, Tony. Remember, we wouldn't have actually had this case until someone actually called the police and said, you're looking for this particular student from the University of Johannesburg. It was all over the media. I can tell you exactly where the body is. So they're grateful for that part. They're grateful for the fact that today they are able to, see exactly who it was that is allegedly behind their daughter's murder. They've always believed that she went missing in that house. They've always never trusted the statement made by the uncle. So for now, although disappointed that it's dragging for so long, they're just happy that at least they are one step closer to justice, and they are hoping, actually the aunt's exact words were, we hope he will be human enough to take the stand and tell us exactly what happened on that day.
All right, thank you so much. Our reporter there, Maseko Rahlacha, she's reporting for us from the Johannesburg High Court, where the man accused of killing UJ student Palesa Madiba is expected or scheduled to appear in the court today.